Hello, my little scrappy wappies. This is Vicky, me love Bono. And I bet you're saying, what is she doing with those stamps out? Is it a haul video? Well, no ma'am, and no sir, it is not a haul video. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I was sitting here and I was thinking about what I wanted to use and do for Scrapology's layout challenge. Now, let me give you a brief update on that. Scrapology is Nicole, and she's a avid scrapbook layout maker. That's my new word that I've used a million times. And she is about to reach 2,000 subscribers. And if you watch her videos, you'll know why. She's a pretty smart cookie. Her video challenge is, she wants you to do 2 video responses to her. Your first video is to show the items, the products, the papers, the embellishments that you pull to use on a layout. Now, most people will pull a lot more than they end up using. So she wants you to do 1 video response showing the things you pulled and explaining why. Now, there are certain guidelines. She wants you, there's little details, like she wants you to use, I think it's like 2 different fonts, embellishments from 2 or 3 different designers, companies. Go over to her channel and watch her video. She will explain it better. So there are little things that you have to do. You can't just pull anything. But you do have to do that process video where you pull things, you share what your plans are, then upload that. Then, after you have completed your 12 by 12 layout, or I bet you could probably do a 12 by 24. I don't know. It's her giveaway and challenge, so ask her if, there's very few double page layout makers here, so it's single page. I don't know, maybe you can do a double page. Anyway, you upload your finished layout, and then you show us what you used and what you did not use, and why. Nicole does this type of video often, and again, I'm so afraid I'm going to get myself in trouble, but I may be wrong on this, but I think Nicole may be the first layout maker to do a video like that. Maybe she isn't, maybe she got the idea from someone else, but for me, she was the first and almost only person that I watched do that process. Here's what I'm picking and here's what I use type of video. So I don't know. I'm so afraid. I'm not going to give credit where credit's due, but for me, Nicole was the first person I saw do that. Okay. Anyway, why I have these stamps up here is to give you something to look at as I am talking, because this is going to be mostly a talk. Here's what I do before I pull products type of video. And I will change the stamps for you randomly. I don't want you sitting there staring off in space. Now, let me do a little disclaimer here before I start to tell you about this. First of all, this may be more than 1 or 2 videos. I do not want to sit here and feel rushed. Sometimes I do my videos and you'll hear my voice. I am talking 100 miles an hour. I'm going, yes, I went up the hill, and I got up the hill and there was Jack and Jill, and I said, what are you guys doing here? And they was like, oh, never mind. And then they fell down the hill and I was like, why'd you fall down? I can't do that. I'd rather talk at my own pace. I do that often because I want to try to do a quick video and get as much in as possible, but I don't want to do that for this video. So if you like this video, that is great. If you do not like this video and don't want to watch it or comment, I certainly understand. If you do like this and you want to do a video like this, I would love it, because I would love to know what you do. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But also, my feelings aren't going to be hurt if you don't want to watch this. Oh, one more thing. I will not upload this video as a video response to Nicole's challenge. I won't upload until I actually get to where I have pulled my products. And with that said, here's where my mind was going. As I was sitting here and I started Scrapology's challenge, I realized by the time I went to pull my items for the layout, I was halfway done with the process of doing just a simple one-page layout. For me, before I go to pluck products, I have a thought process. I have a process of getting myself in the mood to scrap. There's a whole bunch of things I'm doing before I pull products. So that's why I decided to do this video, and like I said, there may be more than one, about the time before the time where I pull products. Before doing this, I asked myself and Walter and Wanda, where's Walter? Oh, there's Walter. Would we be at all interested in this part of the layout? Like, would we want to see a video like I'm doing here and now? And guess what we said? We said yes. So that's why I'm doing this. Also, I'm doing this for Kathy, who is Bugaboo 88, I think. As she had asked me a few weeks ago, how do I go about putting a layout together? Which is a great question. And here's what I'm leading up to. If you guys would like to do a video like this, please take the idea. I would love, probably get new pajamas and bunches of treats to sit down here or stretch out on the couch and watch your video about the same thing, your entire scrapbook processing thoughts. Anyway, here's what I was thinking. Where I so love doing layouts, there are points where I get so frustrated, and there are times where I get so stuck, I just don't know how to move forward. And I don't want to sound like scrapbooking is stressful. It's not. I love it, but I do run into brick walls. And I have a few things that will jumpstart my mojo. Maybe they're the same as yours, but maybe not. Now, I took a couple of notes for myself, so if you hear paper rustling and rustling in the background, that's what it is. And here's my first note and what I wanted to talk about. There's times I'll wake up in the morning and I'll think, oh, am I still here? Have I kicked the bucket? And then when I realize I'm still here, the next thing I think is, wonder what kind of weather it is and what do I have to do today? And sometimes I'll wake up and I'll think, oh my goodness, I have free time today. What am I going to do with that? My first go-to thought is normally, well, if it's not the swimming pool, which it's September now, swimming is well over with. But most of the time, my number one go-to free time thing is doing a scrapbook layout. So what gets me in that perfect mood to scrap? Because sometimes I have free time, but I'm just not in the mood. It always seems like when I've got to hop out of that bed and run and do something, or run somewhere, or work that day, whatever, it seems like that's the time I feel like scrapbooking. I wish I could say new products will always get me in the mood to scrap, but I don't feel that mojo when I'm opening or finding new products. Believe me, I definitely have a little buzz going on when I'm opening a shipment from scrapbook or two peas in a pod or cat scrappiness, but it's not always that energy that kicks in my mojo. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there looking at my products going, ooh, and smelling paper and running my hands over the embellishments. I'm loving it. But I can then, after everything's open, have those products sitting right in front of me, and I'm not in the mood. I can't think of what picture to use or how I'm going to use the products. In fact, most of the time I look at the products and that stress is starting to build up. Well, I hate to say stress. Maybe frustration is starting to build because I'm like, oh, I ordered this and how am I going to use it now? So what will throw me into a crafty overdrive? Well, sometimes it's seeing this great technique or a great idea or perfect layout on YouTube. Sometimes it's looking through magazines. We've lost so many great scrapbooking magazines over the past few years. In fact, August was the last month that they'll publish scrapbooks, etc. And one of my all-time favorites was Simple Scrapbook. Is that how it was called? Simple Scrapbooks. Oh my gosh, I so love that magazine. So now, two of my favorite scrapbook magazines is Scrapbook Trends and Creating Keepsakes. I will also buy card magazines. There's a Papercraft, and it's a card magazine. Even though it is a card magazine, sometimes as I'm going over the pages, I will see a card and it prompts inspiration for a layout. And maybe it's just the way they've arranged the buttons on the card, or maybe they used a certain color combination and I want to put that into a layout. And one of my stamps is upside down. Sorry guys. There you go. Oh, I thought I didn't even have any owl stamps, and there's one right there. Oh, don't you hate yourself when you do that? Also, the internet. If I'm just not feeling geared up and in the mood to scrap, I'll go to the internet. I go to Pinterest. I go to scrapbook.com. I go to Two Peas in a Bucket because they both have galleries where you can view all kinds of layouts. And for most of you, you all know this, but I'm thinking, I'm trying to keep in mind if somebody is new to YouTube or is new to scrapping, so I'm going to touch on some bases you guys probably know more than me. Okay, so anyway, they have member galleries, and once you're there, you can even type in two-page layout. Why, scrapbook.com even has this great color wheel system that you can use. And there's been many times I will look at one of my photographs and I'm like, okay, I don't know what color combo I should use. And I go to scrapbook.com. I very seldom scrap lift. I have a hard time following a sketch or trying to scrap lift from people. However, I will look at a layout or I'll look at a card, and it may be as simple as a little cluster over in the corner, and just that little corner will get me going. It's like 1, 2, 3, bam. And I think, oh, I'll do that. And then I'll lay my layout like this. Or, like I said before, it could be a color combination. Red and pink. Something I wouldn't think of automatically, you know. Maybe that beautiful blue and chocolate brown. Oh, I was in love with that color combination for so long, and I tired of it kind of quickly, But at the time when I first noticed that, listen, I wanted to redo my whole living room in that light blue color and chocolate brown. Now, I'm glad I didn't do that. But sometimes you'll see this color combo, and that, for me, just gets my juices flowing. Sometimes I'll see the way that somebody has put together their fonts, and I'll think, okay, I know what to do. Something else when I'm using the internet or a magazine or watching you guys on YouTube, if I see a product that I have and it's used in an appealing way, I will just be so ready to scrap. It really gets me like I can't get up and get into my scrap area fast enough. And this happened just the other day. I was watching my buddy Laura's video where she used the Lady Jude stamp. And Laura, I'll put her name here on the screen somewhere. Uh-oh. Poor old Wanda just took a spill again. I'll put her channel name here. Please go over and visit her. She not only does scrapbook layouts, but she does home dec projects, cards, upcycles, and Laura lost her old channel. She used to be Lowendo on, I think that's the way you say it, and you don't need to know it anyway, but she lost all of her videos, and oh my gosh, there had to be hundreds of wonderful, awesome videos, and now she has a new channel. It is Laura Loves Lace. But I've had this stamp, and I think I've got it out here. Yes, I do. Look. I have this stamp. Sorry for the glare, guys. And look, it's still in the package, and I've never used it, but I saw a video where she paper pieced it, and now I can't wait to do a layout or a card using her idea. You know, it probably won't even look the same, but it's inspiration. I think there's nothing else more inspirational than getting a great photograph. Oh man, that is total bliss. Now, I get my pictures developed at Walgreens.com. I told you that a million times. But, you know, when I'm loading them up to my computer and I see a great shot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. But sometimes I don't even realize what a great photograph it is until I pick it up from Walgreens. And I race home. You know, me racing means I'm driving 32 miles an hour because I drive like a little old lady. And I race home, and I am just inspired to get that layout together. Now remember, if you all want to know anything about the stamps I'm showing, just private message me or leave a comment and I'll get back to you. If you leave a comment and I don't respond, please feel free to private message me. I don't know, I've been on YouTube for 1.5 years, and sometimes I still can't find my way around the YouTube software because I've noticed catching myself replying twice to a person's comment because it looks like to me that I did not comment, and then once I post their comment, I see my previous comment, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Do I need a computer class? Really? These happen to be by Kaisercraft, and I love them. It's Parade, Lace, and Lady Jude. Something else that will inspire me is getting or thinking of a title for my layout in my head. Now, maybe sometimes I'll see somebody used a certain title in a magazine, on the internet, or YouTube. It prompts me to think of a title. So thinking of a title for my layout will get me going. It's like I'll come up with Lady Sings the Blues, and then I don't even know what picture I have in mind, so then I kind of think, okay, Lady Sings the Blues. Oh, how about the time that me and the girls in my family all went to see the Elvis impersonator, and we have a picture where it looks like we're all singing. How about that? And more on my pictures in a moment. Or one time, and it was this summer, I actually have this layout here on my videos if you want to go back and find it. It's just this past summer, so it's probably in the past several videos, if you're even interested. Anyway, I looked at this picture of my grandson, and he was by the pool wrapped in a towel, and he had this real cute expression, and he had his sunglasses on. And I thought about that song, The Boys of Summer, by Dan Henley does the song. I just couldn't wait to do that layout, because the minute I looked at that picture, I thought of a title. So maybe that'll help you. Now, sometimes the thought of a themed album or seasons will put me in the drive mode. Most of my scrap albums are dated by the year. Now that I've switched from using mostly postbound albums to using 3D ring binders, most of my albums are like, oh, this album is things from 2011. This album is from 2009. But I always do Christmas albums all by themselves. I always use red for my Christmas albums. So that way I know what to pull when people come over. I actually lay Christmas albums out through Christmas, so that when we have guests and visitors and get-togethers through the season, those albums are out. It's like part of my Christmas decor now. And I've only started doing that the past several years. Well, probably actually the past 4 years. So people really enjoy it. Even the little ones, and even the men in my family. Go figure. I should probably take a picture of them looking at the pictures. It doesn't happen often. Then when they complain about me scrapbooking, I can say, oh, wait a minute. We have a picture of you looking at the pictures. So maybe I should make them go in on products with me. Now there's an idea that will never, ever happen. And by the way, I have to give a shout out at this point. If you like themed albums or layouts, you gotta go look at Jan's videos. And Jan is Poke Fan 2001. Jan and I had an ongoing joke this past year, because I was doing Christmas layouts until March, and Jan was doing vacation and cruise layouts this past year. So sometimes it is fun and it is motivating to start your Christmas layouts or your cruise layouts. But listen, after you've put together about 10 layouts, you are over cruise, vacation, Christmas. I know I was, but the motivation was to complete last Christmas's album so that I can sit it out this Christmas. Let's say that my point of inspiration is a photograph or photographs. I'll take that photo and I'll just look at it. Now, let me pull one just to use as an example. This is the picture I'm thinking about using. I'm not certain yet, but I'm thinking about using this for Nicole's challenge. Let me stick this in here because there's things I want to tell you and share with you, and I'm not really sure where to put them. Sometimes I don't have enough hours in the day to do everything. Maybe I only have 30 minutes or an hour of free time. And in fact, when I'm having my morning coffee, I'll pull a picture. Let's say it's the picture that has motivated me. And I see this photograph and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to scrap that. And I got that flow going. And it's in the morning. I only have a half hour, 30 minutes, I'm having my coffee, getting ready for the day, I'll pull that picture and I'll sit here and look at it. I'll say, is there a dominant color that is appealing in this photograph that makes me want to pull my layout together? You know, what am I going to use? What kind of layout will it be? I'll look at the scenery in the photo. Now, maybe there's a farm. Maybe there's an amusement park in the photograph. I also think about how many pictures need to be documented. Maybe the ambiance of the picture. Is it vintage? And if it is, my mind often goes to like October afternoon type of products. And what's that other? Pretty Little Studio is very vintagey. And there's a new one out on the market. Oh, what is it? Craft and Kate was talking about it. Farmhouse? That's it, I think, Farmhouse. Those are products that make me think vintage. Now, I might look at a picture and it's from a vacation. What's going to pop into my head? I'm going to think, oh, you know what would be great for that? Ready, Set, Go by American Crafts, Amy Tangerine. Or what was the Prima? There was a Prima collection out that was all about vacations. Road Trip? Yeah, that was it. Maybe if my picture has girls and females, well then I'm sitting here looking at it thinking, okay, there are females in the picture. Heaven knows I get excited when that happens because usually I'm scrapping boys, but I'll think, oh, okay, I want to use laces, flowers, I Am Roses, Beady Bonbon, Dear Lizzie. What do I have that I could use? Now, I've figured out I want feminine products, but then I'll think, okay, what colors would work best with this photograph? Are there a lot of pinks and grays? I want to go to my Dear Lizzie collection. I just did a layout from my grandsons at Kings Island, and they were on the turnpike ride. And as soon as I looked at those pictures, I knew would want to use cars and street signs, and it just fell into place. Sometimes I'll look at the facial expressions of the people in the picture, and I'll think, okay, what does it look like they're thinking? What were they saying? And then it prompts me to come up with a title. So that's some of the things that go through my mind as I'm putting together or getting myself revved up to do a layout. I figured this would happen. I am probably only a third of the way finished with the things I want to share with you. So I'm going to close this video down and come back and do another one. Right now, you're either saying yippee or let me out of here. Okay, and I'm sorry if that's what you're thinking. Hey, if you have any questions, that's why I put together this video in the first place. I'm just hoping it'll help you. You guys have helped me so much and been so kind to me. It's payback time. Karma. K-A-R-M-A. I don't want any bad. Anyway, guys, let me get this up, and then I'll be back to do another video. I hope you're enjoying this. Talk to you soon.